All right, so for a warm up in this workout, we're gonna start front foot elevator. We're gonna step down and come back up. Down and come back up. Load into this hip, drive back up. We wanna keep our weight in this front leg. So sure, this leg's gonna hit the balance and everything, but we wanna hit late, and then we wanna be light on it. So late and light on this hip back here. We don't wanna go here and then down. So watch, and we always wanna be nose over knee over toe. So we'll do some of those, and then we'll ramp those into our actual working sets, which are just gonna be heavy versions of that. We'll drop down to 8, 6 reps on that. Then, with those, we have options. We can either go here, in our scissor stance, just jump up and switch, jump up, switch. If somebody wants to get more advanced, we can jump and go lateral, add that. Or we can do a ball throw. Now you can spread people out just to kind of even up the space and make sure we don't have too much of a log jam here. Or if somebody has a comfort, like my knee bothers me, I don't want to do these jumps, I'd rather throw the ball. That's great too. And how we'll go here is we'll start, the ball's on the right, my right foot is back. So right foot back, ball starts on the right, we just drop and throw. Whatever foot's back, the ball starts on that side, high, drop to the opposite low position, and throw. We'll do 4 to 5 on each side there. As we get comfortable with that, we're going into our work sets. We'll add weight to our step back here, all right? Hold the weight here, keeping the torso upright. If you want to hold the weight here, that's going to challenge your core a little more. All right, just make sure that our core stays still. We don't want to move around here. We don't want our hips to slide as we step down. Okay, we want to land light and light, late and light. Hold the weight here. Keep that torso up, drop from that front hip. We'll get into 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps here. We'll do 4 to 5 throws on each side here, and we'll do 12 total jumps if we choose to do the jump run as well. We'll need to rest after this power move. Definitely rest for 2, maybe even 3 minutes before we go, especially as we get in those later rounds and we're really heavy, okay? We'll do 4 total rounds of this, of working sets. This next circuit, we're gonna have 1 foot down, 1 foot back here. We're active with these feet, driving into the ground, driving into the wall. We're gonna have 1 arm down, inside arm has the weight, so whatever foot's on the ground, the opposite arm has the weight, and then we're just gonna rotate, okay? And so I'm doing a little row right here, and I'm just switching my arms like a piston, and rotating around my spine. Notice how I don't go up and down at all. I load into my legs. All my support is in my legs. That's gonna make my legs burn like crazy. Absolutely. We're gonna do 10 reps, switch sides, 10 reps there. Then we're gonna be in a bridge press. I'm gonna drop down, I'm gonna be perpendicular to the bench. We've been doing this for a few weeks, so folks should be used to this. Bottom of the shoulder blades on, bridge up. We have single arm press. Make sure that the elbows stay low. We don't want our elbows way up here. We want our elbow below, off the bench. Here, pull down, press up. Keep those hips up, pull those legs back. They're gonna be tired from the previous exercise, and that's why we did what we did. Bridge and activate those feet, pull them back. 8 to 10 on each side. You'll just alternate between the 2 of those, okay? So we have 10 rows here, 8 to 10 on each side, and just keep a nice rotation, 4 rounds of this. Next circuit, we're gonna have a landmine here. We're gonna hold at chest level, so that's gonna be a little different about this. We're gonna keep our core tight, so we don't wanna have any play here in the pelvis. Keep all that strong. We're gonna laterally lunge and pop back up. We're gonna stay on the same side for 8 to 10 reps. Load into that hip. Watch, folks, loading into that knee too much. Okay, that might cause some knee pain. Watch and make sure this long leg stays long. We load into that hip and pop back up. We don't want to see any twisting of the hips here. We're going to leave all that quiet, load into the hip. We're going to do 8 to 10 on each side. From there, we're going to go into a hip thruster. Now we can do our hip thruster here on the benches. Make sure that we just get all 4 benches out. It doesn't matter. They can do the bench press from the previous set, and they can do the hip thrust here. We can share. We have the hip thrust actual bench that we can use. And if we need to sub something out, you can always use the 45-degree hyperextension as another station too, and that'll give you 2 true hip thrust stations. You can use a dumbbell. You don't have to use a barbell. Okay, whatever someone's comfortable with. Okay, but we are going to do a hip thrust. Bottom of the shoulder blades on the edge of the bench. My hips are down. When I thrust up, I throw my knees forward and pull my hips back. Knees forward, feet back. Okay, knees forward, feet back thrust the hips up. We want to make sure not to hyperextend here. We just squeeze our glutes hard, active in the feet, pull them back, knees go forward. Notice how when I'm down, my chest looks forward. I thrust up, my chest looks up. Down, up, okay? We're gonna play around with anywhere from 8 to 10 reps if they're gonna go heavy, to 15 to 20 reps if they're gonna go with like a dumbbell or just body weight, okay? So we'll do 4 rounds of that. This one we can kind of get moving a little bit faster. We don't have to have as long of a rest period, not minute and a half is fine. We build some time under tension and accumulation up in those glutes. 4 rounds. All right, for our last circuit, we're gonna have carries. We're gonna do farmer's carries, so we have 2 kettlebells, 1 in each hand. We're gonna try to go with 50% of a person's body weight, and we're gonna try to go for 1 minute without setting down. That's gonna be really hard for a lot of folks, so 50% of their body weight. We're gonna do total. Ideally, it's gonna be actually in each hand, but we're not gonna go there. Okay, so 50% of your body weight in each hand. We're gonna go for 1 minute, and then we're gonna do this move. We're gonna have my weights on my left, the balls on my left, and I'm gonna jump side to side, to side, to side. Loading that up, and I'm keeping this trail foot off the ground and inside. I don't want to swing it way out here. I don't want to go here. That shows that my glute med isn't being the brakes that I need it to. Okay, so I'm jumping side to side. The ball follows me. I load into that hip, and I explode back out. Okay, so we'll do 16 total jumps. That's 8 each side. And then we'll catch our breath and we'll go 1 minute. This is gonna be our cardio finisher, get some lateral movement in. If some folks want some extra core work, we can add some chops with the bands, a little high. We've been doing a lot of chopping this week, so if they wanna add a little bit of that, we can spice it up. 4 total rounds here, 16 jumps, 1 minute carries. That's the workout, folks. Hope you have a great time. Hope you have a safe workout. Hope you have an effective workout. If you have questions, hit us up. Come hang with us in person. Appreciate you very much.